All right, welcome to XJW Triple TR. I hope you bear with me. I'm still trying to figure out how to put this all together and make sure that all you're not staring at is just a picture or my ugly face. I hope you're happy. I put a shirt on for this. XJW Triple TR, tantrums, tirades, testimonies, and recovery. I don't know where this one goes. Most likely a tirade. I've been comically thinking for quite a while about all these pictures that they show of the heavenly armies. The ones that are supposed to be coming down with Jesus in Armageddon to destroy every living human being on this planet. All 8 billion inhabitants, save for the acceptable ones from 8.7 million Jehovah's Witnesses in the world. Because face it, they're not all going to make it. Eh. But look at this here. Look at this wonderful picture of Jesus the King in the front with his sword of judgment and with his clean white robes and his crown and his crimson cape billowing in the wind and the God's glory beaming from behind him and his pure white horse. And oh, who are all these behind him on their white horses? Well, they don't have wings, so they're not angels. Must be 144,000 king priests that have joined him from Earth and are now riding down all of a sudden to murder everyone they grew up with. This isn't a new idea. This is an old photo. I do believe this one's from Revelation. Its grand climax at hand. Here's one, 2017. We see the four riders of the apocalypse. Jesus in the front. We see war. We see pestilence. We see death. There's some more horses. 3 more here. Count that. Three. See, 3. We're not going to count this one because we already saw him here. Don't know what this horse's name is. Maybe it's Spirit from Cimarron, but he wasn't white. He was brown. Oh, look, here's another one. Oh, all the king priests have their swords. All the Kenny Rogers clones coming down. Look at them. They're coming down. They're gonna kill these army dudes. These army dudes that shortly before were storming houses, searching basements and attics, looking for these. You see any witnesses? You know, the persecution, the fear complex that we were all raised with. They're here, they're looking up, they see these heavenly armies coming down to destroy the Gog of Magog forces. Yeah, all that bullshit we were raised with. I've had a couple drinks, that's why I'm making this now. It's been bouncing around in my head for a while, but usually I can never think about it once I'm not at work. Oh, why am I going on about this? Well, primarily, there's no big fancy reason. I'm just wondering, hey, the Bible doesn't often talk about horses in heaven, but there's a lot of them. From these few photos, we could surmise that if Jesus has a horse and the 144,000 have horses and the riders of the apocalypse have their own horse, there's at least 144,004 horses in heaven. Hmm. Horses eat a lot. They never stop eating except when they're sleeping. And guess what else they do? They shit a lot. A lot of horse shit. Not all of it ended up in the Bible, but a lot of it. And it just made me think that the Bible and JWs, they spend a lot of time, well, not a lot. They have spent time and pages describing different jobs that different levels of angels would have. in heaven, and these ones do this, and these ones do that, and these ones attend God on his throne, and these ones are messengers, and yeah, these ones go out and kill Assyrians, and this one goes out and kills babies. You know, there's a lot of angels. This is myriads and myriads, 10,000 times 10,000. There's enough angels that there could be one angel to kill every single human being alive. So, 144,000 won't have a whole lot of work to do when it comes to Armageddon. But yeah, this is definitely a tirade episode. But so, you know, if we're made in God's image and the heavenly horses are made in earthly horse image, I don't know, where did these horses come from? Maybe they were maybe at the time of the great flood, which never really happened, these were the horses that were on the earth that got destroyed, and they, God thought, hey, maybe I don't want to destroy these horses because I'm going to need them for my heavenly armies. So he, poofed them into heavenly spirit forms. And we know that uh, Elisha mentioned the heavenly toilets. So if spirit creatures need to occasionally sit down and answer the call of nature and take a huge steaming spiritual dump, I would assume that the heavenly horses need to as well. So what angel drew the short straw and has the job of mucking out the heavenly stables? What do you think? What angel would be the best at this job? Because it ain't going to be the heavenly, or it ain't going to be the 144,000, because they're king priests. They're ruling over the earth. The earth is their inheritance. They get to own it. And yeah, so who's cleaning up after the heavenly horses? I would like to surmise that yeah, maybe the one spoken of in Isaiah 6 could very well be the most suited for this job. Uh, the JWs like to say that these are high-ranking angels, the seraphs. So why would I think that a high-ranking angel such as this would be the most well-suited for the job of mucking out the heavenly stables? Well, let's just look here. Isaiah 6, verse 2. Seraphs were standing above him. Each had 6 wings. Each covered his face with 2 and covered his feet with 2. And each of them would fly about with 2. That's pretty versatile. But when it comes to mucking out horse shit, I would definitely like to have my feet covered. So I think these seraphs with 6 wings, constantly covering their feet with 2, because they wouldn't want to step in anything unholy shit, would be the best suited to do this. So how many seraphs exist in the legions of angels? And how many seraphs does it take to clean up after 144,004 horses shitting all over the place, eating the heavenly grass, running around, just waiting for their time, chomping at the bit, stomping at the grounds in heaven, just waiting to tread humanity under their heavenly hooves? Because we all know it's, we're in the last days of the last days of the last days of the last days, so those horses are coming soon. Yeah, I just random strange things that bang around in my brain while I'm working, because my job is mindless. And yeah, I managed to think about it later in the day when I'm at home. What do you think? Maybe it's just a lowly angel? Or maybe it's the women of the 144,000. Because we all know that their earthly position in the congregations is that of servants, certainly not allowed to teach. So why, when they're resurrected to heaven, would they be allowed to do anything other than cleaning the heavenly house? I'll stay with misogyny because I'm not going to dive into JW's history of racism, and Sam Hurd might just be mucking out staples, but maybe I did just dive into it. Yeah, well, someone's got to clean up after them. What do you think? Here's some Thursday evening heresy. Enjoy. Stay happy.